very warm welcome to this edition of Rising Stars. I'm Vikram Oza. Now, as much as our digital universe grows with all its service offerings, customer satisfaction is certainly at the heart of it. And if you want repeat orders and in general you want customer loyalty, you have to go after all these surveys that are conducted. So our Rising Star today has seen opportunity in creating these online survey software in the software as a service model, the SaaS model like we know it. And this software, they claim, is powerful and efficient, but it doesn't break your bank either. So let's find out more about this from Hamid Farooqi. He's co-founder and CEO of SoGoSurvey, the company based in the US, but it has offices in India and UAE. Hamid, very warm welcome to Rising Stars today. Do take me back to the genesis of the idea, because you started off in 2012, and this was with your brother that you set up this company. Tell me, what was the idea that kind of fructified into what you have today by way of the SaaS model known as SoGoSurvey?
Right. So, I mean, we grew up in a country, India, where you didn't have choices. As consumers, you were limited in every product service that you bought, especially in 90s, if you remember. If you wanted to buy a car, there were two models of cars, and you had to wait for years to get your car.
Right.
And refrigerators, there were one or two models, and there was hardly any after-sales service. You didn't have too many choices. And if you go for employment, companies didn't really care what you felt about the company.
Working in that job, yes.
You were told as an employee that you should be happy that you have a job. And things have started to change.
It was a very top-down approach.
Right. I mean, that was the license Raj.
Right.
And things have started to change after the license Raj was moved and removed, and people started to get choices. Now we have cars. I mean, every brand that's out there in the world is available in India. So companies need to compete with each other, and they need to find out what customers feel about their product, their service. Today, employers need to worry about how their employees like them, because retention is a big concern, especially in all of these new industries, tech and media.
Oh, yes.
And so
there's so much of a churn over there, and they're obviously trying to find out why there is so much and why people want to leave a certain kind of company as well. So I see the need for it, and that's where you come in and decide to create software that companies can use, whether to understand the customer or the employee. So that's where you started off. So tell me how you kind of got more clientele at that point in time as well, because I know you started with just it was a friends and family kind of funded business, right?
Right. So originally we started a company called K-12 Insight in US, which basically caters to the schools, the school industry in US. And we became very successful with that business. There was a survey platform. We have a survey platform in K-12 Insight, and then we have a help desk system in K-12 Insight. And we only sold to schools, and we saw the success and how powerful our product had become. And then we started to see these survey companies that were catering to non-K-12 businesses, the corporate world. And we said, you know what, there is a huge opportunity out there. We're just not there. And so what we did was we took this product that we had in K-12 Insight, we made it suitable for the corporate world, and we launched it in 2012, a soft launch, and then we started to work on it aggressively starting 2013. And basically, our idea was you need product that is of high quality, but you need to be able to sell it for low cost. Otherwise, you will not be able to penetrate the market.
Sure.
There are likes of companies like SurveyMonkey and all, which are very well-known brands right now. And they sell for low cost.
Right.
Unfortunately, in our opinion, that most of these low-cost solutions don't have the quality of the product. So what we tried to do was maintain the quality and still offer it at a lower cost.
So a lot would have gone into product development at that point in time, yes?
That is correct.
There must have been challenges there too to kind of keep the cost down, because the kind of cost that R&D requires, you need to cover up those when you set up your business too, right?
That is correct. So the biggest advantage that we have is we have India, and India is on our side. These companies likes of Qualtrics and SurveyMonkey that you've heard of, they are in US, and the cost of development of product over there is at least 10 times higher than ours.
Right.
I'm originally from Bombay. I was settled in US, and I know that there's talent out here in Bombay. So I came back here, and I set up shop, and we started to hire all of these talented people from IIT and stuff. And we built a very solid product that is world class.
Right.
And we are able to compete in the US market. Just to let you know, in US, if you look at our business, 60 to 65% of our customers are in US.
Oh, is that
so
right?
We're doing pretty well there.
And in India?
And India is still a nascent market. It's still coming up. I would say about 10 to 15% of our customers
Which
are
is
in India.
surprising because we are such a service-oriented economy now. There is so much that's happening on that front, and IT-wise as well. There's so much adaptation that you see with the use of mobile phones as well. Everything that has just opened up in that space. So you must see a lot of opportunity here.
There's tremendous opportunity. Part of the problem why the percentage of customers may be lower, may be due to us. We initially did not focus on India, and we thought, let's start with US. That's the biggest market for SaaS-based businesses. But since 2015, end of 2015, so I would say in 1 year we focused a lot on India.
So which were the big clients that you got in the US though, while you were over there and you were developing your business, because you're saying 60 to 65% comes from there?
So if you look at our website, SoGoSurvey.com, I can tell you, it has a list of all of our customers. We have almost all of the top, 100 companies as clients. I mean, there's Apple, there's Walmart. Our 1,000th paying client was Walmart.
Right.
And Walmart is a big brand. HP is there. Big hospital systems are there. There are big financial institutions.
But there is enough competition as well in the kind of space that you are, the SaaS-based model, especially in the US. So quality is something that you've kind of gone after and keeping the cost low as far as, but you kept a freemium model. So explain to us the revenues that you've been able to generate and how it's been growing, because that gives us an indication of how large the business is and how much you're tapping into it.
Right. So freemium, you mentioned freemium model. That is exactly how we operate. We offer our basic package for free for life without paying even a penny. And people are able to do fairly decent surveys. We would like individuals to be able to use our product for free.
Okay.
We only charge for companies and corporations that are trying to use it. They have deep pockets. They can afford to pay $19 a month, or for the highest package, it's $1,000 a year.
Sure.
So that's easy for them, and that's who we would like to charge. As individual, if you want to do a survey, I mean, I've seen people use our product to do surveys such as, I have a new baby, I would like to name her, and I have 3 names. I would like my entire extended family to select a name that really is more popular with the extended family.
Sure.
So I send out an email invitation saying, hey, here's a survey, please choose which one would you prefer.
Right.
You can rank. You have there's a question type called ranking question. You can rank.
Sure.
And depending on which one wins in the extended family, by popular demand, you name your child that way. We've seen a lot of use of that way. People using our tool to figure out which movie to go for on the weekend. And so for such work,
so the usability is quite high.
Right.
But how do revenues look?
So people, companies and corporations, they try a product, free product, and then if they like it, they go ahead and pay.
Correct.
And overall we have almost 80,000 free users and almost 5,000 plus paying users at this time.
Okay.
And we did a revenue of almost 5 million last year.
I see.
So we're doing pretty well that way, but we are a fairly new company.
And is the chunk of money that's coming in by way of revenues getting reinvested into R&D? Because here's where you need to be at the top of the game, really.
Right.
So I would imagine that a lot of innovation is kind of something that you're working on as well. So what are the avenues that you see this business growing? Because scalability is at the other end of the spectrum. You need to kind of make sure that that happens too.
Right. So absolutely right. We reinvest all of the money we make because we would like to become one of the unicorns. Unicorn is a company that becomes $1 billion company. And my belief is next few unicorns of the world would come out of India. India is a huge opportunity in terms of not only product development and technology. We have huge talent pool, and we should be able to leverage all of that to make big companies. Why should a WhatsApp be only coming out of India? Why not from out of US? Why not from India? And I see that as a huge opportunity. We've been as a country, we've been focused on service oriented, doing outsourcing work for Western companies.
Sure.
I would like to see us, build products. Products should come out of India,
right.
And that's where we are focused on.
And you're sorted on funding as of now for the plans that you have for the unicorn that you want to try and create out of the company that you've kind of set up and founded. You're quite sure that you're very
we have very positive trajectory. Money's not an issue for us. And you asked about where are we focused on. We are trying to really focus on our product. I mean, it's, one of the areas of focus right now in R&D and in our research is to have natural language processing, meaning we should be able to ask survey takers, what do you feel about a certain issue? Now, feelings are
connected with emotion.
Yeah, they're connected with emotions. They are written up, and computers are not the best. I mean, they're not today, even today, they're not very good at figuring out emotions from natural language.
Okay.
And we are trying to develop a technology whereby we would be able to create reports out of written paragraphs after paragraphs and say what is the general population of your targeted audience feeling about a certain issue.
Right.
Instead of asking them yes, no questions, which, puts you in a box, you should be able to ask more open-ended,
more nuanced questions.
Yes.
And to get nuanced answers as well. And then I would imagine that analytics is another part of it, that you would kind of try and hone that part of the kind of surveys that you run as well. That would be something that you'd be working on.
That is correct. So already in our product, you can create a survey that meets your needs. You can distribute it. Distribution is very powerful in our product. You can distribute via email or any of the social medias on your cell phone. So you send it out, then people will get a link where they can click, they see the survey, they participate, and every time they participate, you can have a trigger that says, send me an email that new participation has come in. Once you have collected all the data, you can run so many different types of reports. There's the bar graph report, cross-tabulation reports, statistical reports. You run different types of reports to understand the feedback that you're getting from customers, and based on that you can do a few actionable items that you can implement in order to make changes to whatever survey you've done.
That's right. Data is where it's at. I mean, getting all